de facto pterodactyl when I'm micro and macro my mind. Why would I try to hide the fact that I'm jacked to be actually naturally high?
Alright guys, Ian from Such Coast Disc Golf, and we are back with some more 2015 Rocky Mountain Disc Golf Championships, and we are super lucky to be joined by Christian Dietrich, who tears up pretty much anything in the mountain area. And say what's up, Christian.
Hey, how's it going, Ian? I'm so excited to be here.
Dude, thanks, but hey, Christian.
Yeah?
Let's watch some disc golf.
I thought you'd never ask.
Alright guys, back to part 2. We're starting off part 2 on hole 10. Christian, you got a, 9-stroke lead? Yeah?
Yep, I just am trying to stay calm and confident and not even worry about that.
Yeah. So hole 10's 197 is a shorty, but it's downhill and kind of mildly technical.
Yeah, it is a little bit techy, and you can get some kind of bum kicks, and boy, you sure hate it when you do, because as you know, with how long everything else is out here and how difficult the birdies are to come by, this is one you definitely want to get.
Oh yeah.
I've managed to screw it up in years past, so I'm hoping that this little AVR hyzer will just give me a nice little skip in there.
Yeah, giving yourself a putt at least.
Yeah.
And Evan?
A
wizard, probably?
Yeah, probably, huh?
Yeah. And a little bit shorter than you want. It's really easy to get too high on this hole with throwing the downhill and the low ceiling.
Yeah, there really is kind of a small window that you are trying to have the disc hyzer right into.
Yeah.
Yep.
I believe Shane's throwing a gator here. Yeah, that's a nice shot.
Yeah, how about that, huh? Yeah, try to just skip right in there usually.
Get in that bucket. Yeah,
Ooh,
Evan.
bang from Evan.
Nice.
Oh, solid putt. And looking at Christian for your birdie. Nice.
I guess I threw a Champ Classic there.
Champ
Hopefully.
Classic? Oh, okay.
Ah.
Oh, Shane. Buddy.
Uncharacteristic.
Yeah, it really was. I was 100% thinking that was going to go in. But it does make the comebacker for par. And Rain makes his drop in par.
Yep, they'll both be frustrated there, especially Shane, obviously, with the miss shorty.
Yeah, for sure. That lead is up to 10 for you, and we're on to hole 11, par 4, 442. This is such a tricky hole, Christian.
Yeah, it's basically two fairways, and they have a small connection point at the end of one, at the beginning of the other. But boy, you really just have to pure it to skip over left into that other fairway, or else, boy, you're really struggling to get that.
Yeah, it's jail long, it's jail short. You better hit that fairway.
Yep.
And there's the basket, and this is looking back towards the dog leg from the pin. And I'm guessing you're going to have the box, and you are throwing a...
Looks like I'm throwing a Champion Classic Rock again, just trying to... Little baby hyzer.
Uh-huh.
Getting big.
And I might have skipped a little long there. I'm looking to be a little more left and maybe a little higher, but...
Gotcha. Evan, that's going in early, isn't it? Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yep, that'll be a tough one.
That's a rough look right there, man.
Oh, man, there's pretty much only rough looks on this hole as far as I can tell.
Yep. And Shane, I believe... Rain throwing it. It looked like a drone, and that went in really early.
Yep.
And Shane is throwing his Banshee, which you don't see in too many pro bags, but it's a great disc.
Yeah, boy, so unlucky there, because if he doesn't hit that one last tree, he's going to be absolutely parked for an easy upshot.
Yeah.
Rain here with a roller, that's pretty much all you got from there, as you can see. So.
Yeah, let's see if he can recover. Still in jail, but at least has a clean look out. How about that shot?
Oh, beautiful shot.
Right?
Beautiful.
Way to recover.
Yeah, he's really great with those touchy forehands.
Isn't he? They just go laser straight.
Yep.
And Evan, that one's getting a little high with a little too much turn.
Yeah, bummer. I'm not sure what happened there. Looks like I am in the long jail, essentially. I mean,
yeah.
I pretty much don't have a route to the pin. Should have done a little better than that one. I came in back early again.
Gotcha. Threw a big... That was your start AVR?
Yep.
And Shane throws an even bigger Annie, and finishes pin high right. You're a little short right?
Yep. Yeah, I probably got 60 feet. I cut back into the woods there.
Gotcha. And you're almost going in upshot thing. Gets pretty close. And Evan is off to the left of the fairway. And look like he's kind of lining this one up.
Yeah, certainly he's got to look at the here.
Ooh.
Not quite, but yeah, he's a versatile putter, so he can certainly make it happen from a lot of different places around the green.
Yeah, he definitely scared it at least. And Shane got a really unfortunate roll off that missed putt and missed his comebacker and going to take a bogey, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't know how you roll on that grass, but
Isn't that weird?
Yep.
Yeah, bizarre. You're taking a par after Evan took a par. Shane taking a 5, and after a great recovery from rain, he's going to drop in a par.
Yep. Yeah, I'm bummed to take a 4 on that, but boy, if your first shot doesn't go pretty much exactly according to plan, then that's what you're looking at.
Yeah,
So
totally agree. So after 11, we're on to hole 12. 683, I believe this is the longest hole, Christian?
yeah, definitely the longest hole. It's 2 real pumps. Actually, the second shot can be more of a mid if you really get a hold and place your first shot well. Not the most difficult hole on the course, though, because there's so much less trouble than there is on a lot of other ones. I think I'm throwing a T-bird here, just trying to be pretty much in the middle of that gap that you can see. I'm a little left, but that can work out well. You have a little more of a hyzer up to the pin there.
Yeah, it's a pretty open landing area.
Yep.
There's Levi filming for us, doing an awesome job. Huge thanks
Yeah.
to him. He was totally camboed this last day, man. Like we never saw him.
Just his beard, which you can see from miles away.
True story, man. And Evan finished farther right than you want to finish lefter than righter if you're gonna. Miss.
You see where that road kind of comes in and hits the other road. I mean, just right there is kind of the preferred landing zone. There, or maybe just a tad left of that.
Gotcha. This is a perfect looking drive from Shane.
Yeah.
Yep. Can't place much better than that.
We're not trying to throw absolute max power because, only by kind of getting up tight to the left or the right there can you make the second shot tough.
Gotcha. Great up from Shane.
Oh, perfect. Yep. He's so good with those KC Pro rocks.
Isn't he?
Yep.
Oh, it's just beautiful to watch him throw those all weekend.
Oh, rain.
Just great hyzer flips to flat. And rain, that one faded out quite a bit early, and that's rough over there, Christian.
Yeah, a little bit nose up, I think, on that one, and it faded out as a result.
And this is one of your classic rocks?
That's actually rock 3.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Nice flippy one. I pretty much am trying to play a little left of the basket because that's the clear alley. Otherwise, you do battle with that big tree right in front of the pin.
Yeah. And Evan ripped out a beautiful Annie that almost stayed clean, but just not quite. And rain, gosh, that rough. You could see he just had nothing from back there.
Yep.
Ooh.
There you go, bud.
Evan's turning on the putting.
Oh yeah, he's a great jump putter. I've definitely played rounds with him where I just look at that.
What was that?
Oh man, hit too close to the center of the pin, I think.
Deuce, man, hit chains, basket, just no love on that one, man.
Oh man, and this is after just blowing up on this hole the last round, and normally I really do feel like I have a pretty good game plan to get a 3 on that one. So taking a 5 and a 4 was no bueno.
Not so much, man. I'm surprised by that one. We're on to hole 13, 371, and I gotta say, this looks like one of the toughest holes in the course. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, not at all. I mean, if you hit early right, which is easy to do, you got a stream that you're probably going to fall into, and you can hit early left as well. I mean, they're really only because you have to get out a little ways, and you're throwing downhill, so you can't throw just right at the ground in the opening. There's really a very small window to actually cure it, and Evan has pretty much hit it right there.
That shot, man, I cannot believe that shot. It was perfect. Because there's OB behind the basket, too, so you really don't want to go long.
Yeah, right behind the basket. In fact, it's the type of OB that's so close to the basket that if you do go out of bounds, you probably are going to be tapping out a 3.
Yeah, true. Well, it looks like Shane got a little high. It didn't kick too far off the fairway. You're throwing some kind of rock 3, yeah?
Yep, and I'm a little high as well. Lucky to get through there, but, just about the right distance. I'm a little off to the left and in a little bit of jail, but should be good.
Yep. And rain, that's a little high, too. It was getting floaty on him right there.
Yep.
A little elevator action. He's going back to the overhand up. Looks like a tomahawk this time.
Yep, and he's happy to be right in the middle of the fairway after
Oh,
hitting
yeah.
some, for sure.
Yeah, that almost skipped in. A little bit short, though.
Every single one of his 2 fingers this round almost went in.
Yeah, crazy. And Shane actually finished a pretty nice spot. And you thought about this one for a little bit. You're running it, right?
Well, I'm trying to run it, but I definitely am adjusting my putt because I can't really, do the putt I would otherwise do because if I miss the basket, I'm out.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, Evan.
And Evan capitalizes there. That's a stroke on the field. I can
Oh,
almost
yeah,
guarantee.
that's like 1.3 on the field for sure.
Yeah, great shot. Oh, rain, buddy.
Yeah, surprising. Rain's a great inside the circle putter.
Yeah, absolutely. But
Yep.
gonna be taking a 4. You're taking a par along with Shane. And there is Rain's aforementioned bogey. And we go from the toughest hole in the course to the easiest hole in the course.
Definitely. I think the trick with this one, it's kind of on the right-hand side of that fairway, so some people make it into an ante.
Uh-huh.
But it really is just a straight shot, and you're just trying to hit, right below the basket, going straight.
Mm-hmm. And you put it under the bucket the first time. I gotta imagine you're gonna try and do the same here.
Yep, just throwing a AVR and straight at it.
Mm-hmm. Evan's leaking a little right.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
That disc was a
great
fighter.
result. Great result for
Yeah,
him.
sure was. And Shane throwing just a little hyzer flip to straight, going right at the bucket.
Yeah, this is a great shot.
Mm-hmm. Like Ron gets your ego down on hole 13, but he'll let you get it back on hole 14.
Well, then you miss hole 14 invariably, so then it's really down.
Yeah, right. And I think your disc was about a foot from where it was the previous round.
Yeah, this tournament went well for me on 14, and rain almost chasing there.
Oh my God! Let's check out the second angle on this one. Super close, but still left himself a putt for 2. Hopefully, he can capitalize on that.
Yeah, just something, just a tad off with Rain's putt this round.
Yeah, it looked like a little nose down on that putt. Something.
Yeah.
You make your birdie along with Shane, and Evan's making this. There he
All
goes.
day.
Yeah. And after a shorty, we're on to another par 4. This is a really cool hole. I like this one. Big sky ante off the tee, and then a decently easy upshot depending on where you land.
Yeah, in years past, this was a little shorter,
Okay.
which meant that for the top of the field, it was more of a deuce-up than it is now. I mean, now it's not really twoable without a nice left to right.
Yeah.
To kind of make sure that ante part of the flight really carries up the hill.
Yeah.
But for the rest of the field, it was a super boring 3. So I think this placement has a little more score variation. Evan just crushing an ante out there. That's a great shot.
Yeah. That should be a pretty easy up and down for him.
Yep.
And Shane, I believe this is a Star Destroyer on a hyzer flip line. Not quite enough turn on it, but actually that's pretty good.
Yep. Pretty good. He's going to have a very easy up and down.
Yeah. His style kind of reminds me of Garrett Girthy.
Yeah, a little bit.
You feel
With
that?
the arm and body type, too. And
Yeah. And that was squeaky there, Christian.
Just a little bit. I ignore that tree and then just throw as hard as I can and hope it works out.
Right on, man. And that was absolutely crushed, and you'll see where he landed. And Rain, after some adventures on the first round, carding an amazing birdie, he's playing a little more conventional this time.
Yeah, still a little loose. I think he'll go back to the drawing board on this one.
Yeah.
He'll be able to work with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty open over there, and he's got to look at the basket. That's his Shane's up. That should be a birdie.
Yep.
And Evans up, going for the forehand.
No problems.
Yeah, that should play. And Rain got an overhand per the usual.
No, man, don't give that man an overhand.
He's getting it close per the usual. And you got close enough to run this one.
Oh, man, I wanted to make this.
Oh, man, I wanted to see you make it.
Yeah, instead I was not close.
Oh, still a pretty easy birdie for you, though. And a nice putt from Evan, taking a 3. And this is Shane from the trees for his 3. Looking at Rain. Nice putt there.
There we
Yeah, getting his putting back back going. And there's a pretty easy drop in for you.
I like those drop-in birdies.
Yep, stress-free putting is where it's at, man. And you got a 10-stroke lead, looks like, over Shane. And we're on to hole 16, 537, par 3. This one's pretty downhill, though, and reachable for you.
Yeah, definitely. In fact, because it's downhill, I mean, you can throw past it pretty easily with a fairway driver if you go up the gut. And, you know, because of that, because it is so close and such a touchy line, I kind of just take out all the fun from this hole and throw the big hyzer, which sometimes works.
Evan's throwing the flex line, and that's looking pretty nice.
Yeah, throwing that middle line, you definitely want to get a little turn on it in the beginning part of the flight and hopefully get down past the crest of that hill there.
Yeah, and there is OB past the basket, is on like the other side of the road, basically.
Yeah, the near side of the road.
Near side of the road,
really,
thank you.
You know, it's just about 30 feet downhill from the bucket.
Yeah, great drive from Shane too.
Yep. I mean, both these guys are a little bit short, but like I said, you don't really want to be messing with it too much.
And what are you throwing on this crazy hyzer line?
I think that's a really beat up first run destroyer. That you know, the wind conditions were good here.
Yeah.
I got the nice flip on it, and there's a birdie putt for me.
You throw the craziest hyzers, man. Like, I don't know. They boggled my mind watching them. Like, I don't know why. They're pretty awesome. And Rain's throwing an hyzer flip that's too much turn, isn't it?
Yeah, and you can see he'll go OB here. I mean, boy, because it's downhill. If you get the wrong, you know, kind of angle on it, you might be just going out. Even, I mean, he was shocked when he went out, but I could tell out of his hand it had the possibility.
Yeah, he put some serious pump on that one. He's going to be able to get up and down for his 4 at least. Shane just laid it for a 3. Evan, that's a layup for a 3 as well.
Yep, Shane would have made it if he went for it, of course, but you know, it's
for sure. And you're running this one, no doubt.
Oh yeah, I'm inside the circle. This will be an airball.
Buddy,
just terrible.
that was unchristian, like right there, man.
That's what I like to think.
Yeah. Well, at least you made the comebacker for your par, not losing a stroke to anybody.
No, this is one where, you know, you like to have a deuce look, but really you're just trying to avoid any trouble because it's so easy to avoid trouble.
Yeah.
If you aren't really just going for that too.
Absolutely. So your lead is still 10, and we're on to hole 17. You know, this 17 is kind of like USDGC 17, where the tournament is not over until you've played 17.
Yeah. I mean, what a great hole. I think this, you know, definitely might be the signature hole on the course as far as a golf hole. I mean, you've got absolutely 2 great lines off the tee. The right-hand line, you're carrying OB the entire time. Left-hand line, you're just, you know, surfing through the trees. So we'll see. I think Evan will try with the hyzer here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So he's hanging it out over. Once you go over this fence, you're OB until you come back.
And you can't touch that side of the trees.
You cannot. You're done. And Shane throws his KC Pro rocks on this one, which I like because it fades, but it doesn't fade too hard. You go off the fairway. Like I take it back. That went off the fairway.
Yeah, it did, but you know what? He's safe and he's halfway up there, so
that's true.
You know, that's a result that you can live with for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm certainly playing safe as well. You know, just making sure I'm way over to the left rather than flirting with that fence line. That's the OB line there.
Yeah, was that your Firebird or was that?
No, that was a Champion Classic Rock.
Okay, I should have known. Rain.
Horrible kick for Rain.
That took a really bad kick. OB is going to be throwing 3 from the tee. And Evan also re-teeing instead of going up there a little bit. And almost worked, but still in bounds at least. And Rain looking at his 3rd shot. He's going to hang a forehand out over the OB and hope it gets back in.
It's coming in.
Oh.
And unfortunately, those posts are the OB line's about 6 inches to the left of them, so Rain got just denied.
Mm-hmm. He's throwing 5 there, and that one also went OB, unfortunately. The OB carries about, 3/4 up the way?
Yeah,
about
fairway.
So hopefully she'll be able to get up and down. And Evan just pitched out, which is pretty much all you can do. And this is a beautiful forehand. Yeah,
boy, you can tell how tough this hole is when you can have a shot that great on your way to a 6 or whatever he's taking.
Yeah, exactly. And Shane also forced to just lay up, and you're lining up a forehand here, I believe.
Yeah, I'm throwing an eagle, trying to make it all the way there, trying to be a hero, but of course, didn't work out.
And you did get past the OB though, so you're in bounds.
Yeah, well past it, thankfully. So.
Right on.
You're on the back
And
side.
looking at Shane's third shot and kind of kick through the little right gap there, getting a putt for 4.
Yep, there's a back door there.
Mm-hmm. And I believe this is Rain's. Was that 7th shot?
Well, it's a rough hole for him for sure. And boy, with the depth of the field that we had this year, that'll be tough for him to recover from.
Yeah. So here is Rain for an 8, and at least he makes that.
Yeah, great putt.
Mm-hmm. And Eben coming back for his 6.
Nice.
Yeah. And Shane for a 4.
It really was, though, dude. You
And
couldn't
this
have really
is your
done
4.
much better from where you were at.
Right?
Yeah, I think I forwarded this both rounds, and it's one that a 4 doesn't feel too bad. You obviously want to get the 3, just a little classic rock tap out, but it doesn't always happen.
Yeah, no, that's a really good 3, and I would take a 4 all day.
Yep.
We're on to hole 18, 450 par 4, and you 2'd this previous round.
Yeah, made a nice putt.
Yeah.
The fairway really is substantially more open on the left-hand side than the right.
Gotcha.
And certainly for a righty backhand, it's a lot easier to throw a hyzer that doesn't flirt with that right-hand line. So I pretty much try to land in the OB on the left, or not OB, in the rough on the left there.
Gotcha. Shane had a beautiful looking shot that leaked just a little bit right, and you're leaking a little lefter than you wanted, or is that about what you're looking for?
I'm definitely a little more left than I want, but that's the mistake I want. That's where I want to go wrong, is to be too far left after I've gotten around the corner. I know my T-bird's going to be fighting that and getting better the whole time. So,
Evan a little low, Rain a little high, and looking at Rain's second shot, looking to get up and down for his 3.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Oh,
yeah.
buddy.
Rain still thinking about hole 17, unfortunately.
Yep. Oh man, I would be too.
Yeah.
Evan's second, leaking a little right. Gonna give himself a putt, but it's longer than he wanted. This is Rain from the woods. It's rough over there, Christian.
It sure is. Boy, this hole, both sides are tough, but that right-hand side, you can see these guys are having to throw tough shots. Shane does a great job with his.
Yeah, sure did. Just parked for a 3. And here's you from, it looks like our instant replay from the previous round for an eagle.
Come on.
Oh. Teased it.
Yeah, boy, you're just ecstatic to have a putt it to, even on 18, if you're not going to make it, because it isn't a gimme 3 by any stretch of the imagination. That first gap off the tee is a tough one.
Oh, yeah. And there is Rain for, I believe that's a 5 or 6. And that's Evan for his 3 or 4. There's you for your 3.
Yep, finishing up 54 for me. Mm-hmm. The Bowhard it's so tough to score really hot. I feel like a lot of other courses, my scores will vary a lot more than they do on the upper there, where I seem to always be within a couple strokes of a 54 or so. There's so few chances at 2, and you're going to score at least a couple of those par 4s, so it's tough.
Yeah. Looks like you have a 10-stroke lead, but I believe Justin is actually in second going to the final 9.
Yeah, Justin, I think on the second card, shot a 53 to take the hot round, and I think jump all the way into either a tie with Shane or just right up there. And he's a great golfer.
Yeah.
Young kid, a lot of potential, and so we'll see if he can mix it up in the final 9.
Yeah, man. Well, like you said, we got the final 9 coming up, guys. Christian, huge thanks for joining me, man. Tons of fun having you on.
Oh, thanks so much for having me. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, really fun to watch you play, man. And that's all we got for part 2, guys. We'll catch you in the final 9. Thanks for watching.